How's it going, guys, and welcome back to a new series on this channel. This is the Premier League prediction show. This is a show where I'm going to predict the Premier League results for the future or coming up weekend of games. The first game, we're going to jump straight into it, is Everton versus Crystal Palace at Goodison Park. And Everton did start well, but then they did get quite a big shock against Bournemouth when they lost 1-0. And Crystal Palace, I think they have a run of 3 games now, 3-game winning streak. So I predict this one could be a draw. I'm going to go with going to be a 2-2. A very high scoring game and a draw. The goal scorers for Everton, I think, will be Lukaku and Ross Barkley. And for Crystal Palace, I think Benteke and maybe Andros Townsend. The next game we're going to get straight into is Swansea City versus Liverpool. Now, this is obviously a game that I would be slightly leaned to one side, obviously, because I'm a Liverpool fan. But I think Liverpool should be beating Swansea. Swansea are right on the verge of the drop zone, and Liverpool are just inside the top 4. So, I don't think they'll do as well as they did against Leicester or Hull. But hopefully, I'm going for a 2-0 Liverpool win. Hopefully we can get our first clean sheet with Karras in goal, and Swansea's real lack of attack. They haven't scored that many goals as far as I remember. So yeah, 2-0, and I think Coutinho and Firmino will get the goals for Liverpool. The next game is Hull City versus Chelsea. Chelsea's lost Liverpool and Arsenal recently, and Hull had a good start to the season and have lost a couple of games recently. So I think it's going to be tight, but I think Chelsea will win it. I think 2-1. And Hull City will unfortunately end up losing. I think Chelsea's goals will come from Willian and Hazard. Hull City's goal could be Diamande or one of their strikers, Diamande, I think. The next game is Sunderland versus West Brom. Sunderland across bottom after they lost. We could say they lost all 3 points at the weekend. They were winning 2-0, and then they looked like they're going to get a point at the end, and then give it all away at the end to lose 3-2. But yeah, versus West Brom, who started winning recently with Nasser Chadli joining them. I think this will be a close game. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Defoe getting Sunderland's goal and Chadli getting West Brom's goal. The next game is Watford versus Bournemouth. This is going to be a very close one as well. And I think Watford might edge it 2-1 because they've been winning a lot recently. I think Deeney and Igalo will get the goals for Watford, and let's just put it on the Irishman. Harry Arter will get a goal for Bournemouth. West Ham versus Middlesbrough. That's quite a tough game. West Ham had a really poor start to the season. Middlesbrough had a good start. Didn't lose any until the Everton game. No, the game before that, was it? Something like that. But I think it'll be close. If West Ham don't play well, they play like they did in the other games, they might lose. So I'm going to go with a 1-0 win to Middlesbrough. I think Middlesbrough will get it 1-0, and I think Negredo will score the goal. On Sunday we have 4 games, and they are Man United versus Stoke, first one. So I see Manchester United winning this one. Unfortunately for Stoke, they might continue their no win so far this season. I think it'll be quite comfortable in the end for Manchester United. I'm going with a 2-0, and I'm saying Ibrahimovic and Rashford to get goals. Leicester City versus Southampton. Again, probably a teams that will be near each other and come to the end of the season, fighting for around 8th place, let's say. Leicester haven't really had a good start to the Premier League. They've been doing well in the Champions League, but I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. I think they might cancel each other out, and I don't think any goals will be scored in that one. Spurs versus Manchester City. Now, this is the top 2. They're going head to head, and I see Manchester City winning this one 3-2. I think Spurs might come out all guns blazing and then weaken towards the end. So I'm going to say Manchester City. The score is Aguero 2 and De Bruyne 1. And Spurs, I'm going to say Janssen 1 and Ericsson to get 1. And finally, the last game is Burnley versus Arsenal. And if Arsenal continue their run, I think this should be pretty easy. And I'm going to say Arsenal 3-1. I'm going to say Sanchez, Ozil, and what's his name? Walcott to score. And Burnley's goal scorer, Jeff Hendrick. So that's been my Premier League predictions for this week. As you can see, I predicted Everton Crystal Palace to draw 2-2, Liverpool Swansea, Liverpool to win 2-0, Hull City Chelsea to win 2-1, Sunderland West Brom I said 1-1, Watford Bournemouth I said, what did I say? I think I said 2-1 to Watford. And West Ham Middlesbrough I said 1-0 to Middlesbrough. Man United and Stoke I said a 2-0 win to Manchester United. Leicester and Southampton 0-0. Spurs Man City 3-2, and Burnley Arsenal 3-1. So guys, hope you enjoyed this type of video. I'll be doing it every week and just predicting the scores. Obviously if there's an international break I won't be. But if you did like it, hit the like button. That makes sense. And thanks for watching. See ya.